Warnermedia has announced that 17 movies are going straight to HBO Max in 2021 on the same day as cinema releases. The big question is, will this ruin cinemas as we know it? Hey, it's me, AP, and welcome to the Saturday Movie Show, everyone. I hope you're all having a lovely Saturday today. So, whoa, what a huge week for the world of movies. It's an insane week. So as I said in the intro, the Warnermedia have announced that 17 of the movies, the slate of movies for 2021, will now be going to HBO Max at the same day as cinema releases. This is a huge turnaround because it was kind of up in the air only a few weeks ago about Wonder Woman, the release of Wonder Woman for Christmas Day release. And then only last week, the week before, they announced that they were going to do this similar thing where they were going to do a hybrid release of a cinema release on the same day as a HBO Max release as well. And if you're not aware, HBO Max is Warnermedia's new subscription streaming service. And this is something they've launched, I believe it was this year or last year, and it's kind of taken off slowly. It's maybe not getting to the levels of what a Disney Plus is and Netflix at this moment in time. But this announcement now has really, it's drifted the power of streaming services towards HBO Max because this is a mega announcement. Disney have got Soul coming out on Disney Plus on Christmas Day, but they've not announced anything like this for next year. Netflix does not have the level of movies like this coming out next year. Let's just list just some of the movies that are going to be coming to HBO Max on the same day as cinema releases in 2021. So, first of all, we got Matrix 4. The Matrix 4, the fourth installment in the franchise starring Keanu Reeves. That is going to be going straight to HBO Max the same day as cinema releases. Space Jam 2, the new legacy starring LeBron James. That will also be there. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. That will be another release. And then we have is it Denis Villeneuve who's releasing the movie, the Dune movie, the new Dune interpretation of the Dune books. So that is also going to be released on HBO Max next year as well, among many more films. But these are the notable ones I wanted to discuss. But again, it's going to be interesting to see how cinemas react to this. I've been reading bits and bobs online this week, and Cineworld is the owner of the UK chain, and they own the Regal chain in the US. And they've came out basically this week and said they were aware of what Warnermedia were going to be doing with these releases, but they're yet to discuss any negotiations in regards to how they can work out a deal. So they kind of not went in with the guns blazing in regards to this announcement. Whereas AMC have came out and said they said, Warnermedia announced to them and negotiated a deal with Wonder Woman, but they didn't announce any further deals in regards to a whole year of movies being released as a hybrid release. So it is, I suppose, certain cinema chains are looking at this differently. Some maybe just don't want to say too much at the moment, because is this going to be a starting point for more movie production companies and distribution companies releasing movies on streaming services in 2021? I mean, we've got a few quotes here. Ann Sarnoff, who is the chair and the CEO of Warnermedia Studios, she told The Hollywood Reporter this week that it's just a unique one-year plan. So the way they're looking at it now, it is just a one-year thing because of this year, because of the coronavirus pandemic. They're looking at next year. They've got loads of movies on the shelf, and they need to get them released, and they can't release that many movies just at the theatres. It's just too much, too many movies to go out. So they're doing this as a unique plan for 2021. But it's kind of, you've got a few things in here. You've got the vaccine that's coming. The vaccine is slowly getting distributed across the world. Here in the UK, it's been approved. the vaccine, and this is now going to be over. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, people are going to start getting this vaccine. But we get more bits of news each day in regards to this vaccine, some saying it's going to be only lasting for 90 days. The vaccine, you might have to get another dose. We don't know how effective it's going to be yet. We don't know how long it's going to take to get everyone vaccinated. And again, if it's going to be every 3 months, then it's still going to be around the COVID. So there's going to be a lot of question marks over cinemas being open, really, still. We've got them here in the UK now. I don't know of any cinemas that have opened yet. Cineworld have said they're going to open hopefully by March 2021. That's in the US, Canada, and here in the UK. But they're not open yet. I don't know about the rest of the cinemas at the moment in the UK. I know we can open, but it's whether they are open. And it's you got to look at the capacity of cinemas. Can they really have movies cinemas full? I doubt they can. I think it's always going to be at this moment while the pandemic's on, some like a reduced capacity at each cinema. So this is why big movie companies like Warnermedia are looking at this and saying, yeah, we've got to look at a plan B, and we're going to look at the hybrid releases. And it's a massive announcement to say they're going to do a full year, 17 big movies going straight to HBO Max the same day. As I said, it's the same day as cinemas. So they're giving you the option here. They're saying if it is safe to go to cinema and you feel comfortable going to cinema, you can go and watch them movies at the cinema. But if not, it is available on HBO Max. But we've got to also add in then, HBO Max is only available in the US at this moment in time. And sure, you could get like a VPN maybe and get it that way, and there is always workarounds to getting HBO Max. But if we're looking at it like a legal perspective and just saying where it is available, at this moment in time, HBO Max is only available in the US. So here in the UK, I mean, for us, it's going to be a case with all these new movies, unless it is launched in the UK, we either have to wait or it's just dependent on whether the cinemas are going to be open. So that's going to be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if HBO Max now starts to turn out in like January, February here in the UK and the rest of the world as well. I'm sure they want to get it out worldwide, that service, so they can optimize the profit margin for themselves with all these movies. And because I'm sure a lot of people will want to subscribe. If they know they're getting all these big hitter movies coming out, people will subscribe. I think a lot of people, if you give them a choice maybe of like Disney Plus, Netflix, and HBO Max, I think a lot of people would go for HBO Max just for the movies. I mean, I think Disney Plus and HBO Max now are going to be dueling that crown at the top of the streaming giant like leaderboard, because them two services are up there. But HBO Max doing this, making this huge announcement is definitely going to put them up a few points in that leaderboard, because it is a crazy big announcement. And personally, I want to give my personal honest opinion on this, and I think it is a very good move for them, really. I think I've said it in previous Saturday movie shows. I've said I think people should be given the option. They shouldn't. Nowadays, some people don't like going to the cinema. I'm a person who will go and see like a Star Wars, a Marvel movie, but I'm not like a regular. It's not like I don't go to the cinema every month. I probably like every couple of months I go to the cinema, or once or twice a year. So, and I know a lot of people now are into getting the home theatres at home, getting massive TVs, getting really cool setups. And them sort of people will probably just prefer watching movies at home, and to be able to have that access to movies straight away, I think it is a good thing. I think it's a good sign. Sure, yeah, it's a bad. It may have a negative effect on the cinema industry, specifically like the movie theaters, the cinemas. But I don't know. I think you've got to offer as many options as possible, and I think I wouldn't be surprised now moving forward into like 2021, beyond 2022. I think the hybrid release will be the norm. I think that'll be the way things go moving forward. I think they will offer it because you look at all these big companies like Disney and Warner Media. They've all got their own streaming services now. it's for a reason. They're seeing that this is the way they want to go forward. I don't think they would have made these stream services otherwise. Sure, they've got like the big shows as well, but people want to watch movies, so why not make these big blockbuster movies available on them services? And it brings in more people to your service. So I think it's a good thing. I think, no doubt, it will have a negative effect. I think smaller chains will definitely suffer and they will find it harder. If it again, it's all dependent on coronavirus as well next year. Whether cinemas can open, whether we have spells where cinemas are closing and shutting again. This is why this choice has been made as well. I'm sure there's other decisions behind it. I'm sure there's plenty of other reasons. Maybe this was something they were going to do prior to this pandemic. Maybe this has just pushed forward that decision making. But I think it was inevitable someday we were going to go in this direction for movie releases. And I think for it to happen now, it's going to happen at some point. So why not happen now? Why not? We want to watch movies. We want 2021 to be a year of movies. And how good's this? We get 17 blockbuster movies straight to our homes if we want to watch it at home. So I think it's an awesome move by Warnermedia. And me personally, I think it's a great move. And it will be interesting to see, as an onlooker, how this goes after that, and to see how this develops, and to see how other companies now react to this. We've not seen anything more from Disney, but maybe they will look at this, or maybe they'll give it a few months into 2021 and then say, look, this is working for HBO Max. We need to be releasing more of our Marvel movies, our Star Wars movies on HBO Max. Maybe that's the way they'll go. Maybe this is the future for every company. Who knows? Time will only tell, but, Warnermedia have definitely made the first pitch here. They've made the first kick of the game, and they've really put a dent in that ball. They truly have. They truly have. So we've got some more news this week coming out of the world of movies, and this is that Sony Pictures are going to be making a Metal Gear Solid movie, and Oscar Isaac, who was in the Star Wars trilogy movies, and he played Poe Dameron, he is attached to play Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie. They've not announced any dates or no more cast members at this moment in time, and again, he's rumoured to be attached. I think he would be a decent choice. I do think, personally, if I was going to pick a Solid Snake, someone to play that role, I would have Josh Brolin. I think Josh Brolin really looks the part for that role. I think he would have been a better choice, but Oscar Isaac, I think he could nail it as well. I think he could be equally as good as a Josh Brolin in that role. So I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed playing Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation 1, and my memories of Metal Gear Solid, for anyone who's ever played that video game, is you used to have like these like challenge games on the PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid game, where you do like little challenges where you have to like sneak around guards and stuff. I used to think it was such a fun game to play. I used to really enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I don't know whether it will do much money. I don't think it will. It's hard to say with video game movies. They're always hit and miss. A lot of time they are misses. The only recent ones I've really enjoyed have been the Detective Pikachu game and the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Them two movies were great. I think I enjoyed Detective Pikachu more than Sonic, but Sonic was just as good. And I've never seen the Assassin's Creed one. I've only seen a bit of that. I've never seen Mario Brothers. I've never seen that movie. Everyone says that's absolute trash. But Metal Gear Solid, maybe it will be another attempt to conquer the world of video game movies, and who knows, this one might be successful. But Oscar Isaac, he's got his hands full. He's doing the Moon Knight TV show for Marvel for Disney Plus next year as well, so he's got his hands full, Oscar Isaac. But I'll report some more news on that in the following months on the Metal Gear Solid movie. So I just want to talk about what I've been watching this week. I finally got around to watching Tenet this week, and what can I say about it? I thought it was an interesting movie, but honestly, I watched it and I watched it, and by the end, I was just really confused. And it's not that I didn't understand the concept of the movie, and I won't give any spoilers here. I won't give any spoilers at all in this bit because I know a lot of people have not watched this movie yet. It was just a very weird movie, and by the end of it, I feel like it's a movie I need to watch about three or four times to truly grasp and understand what the whole point of the movie was. And I would definitely recommend people to watch it. And yeah, I don't want to say too much more. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but sure, it is a weird movie, a very confusing movie, and I suppose it's very typical of a Christopher Nolan movie. It just makes you just like think, like when I talk about a typical Christopher Nolan movie, it's in the same vein as like a Prestige and Inception. Really, it's a movie that really makes you think about what's going on. You really have to dig into what's going on, and it was an interesting movie, but it's something that I'd need to watch a few more times to really get a grasp of. Secondly, The Mandalorian this week. I've watched the recent episode again. I am going to give spoilers here for this one, so if you've not watched this week's episode of The Mandalorian, the latest episode, I'm going to give spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers are ahead. So this scene, the arrival, well, he was in the first episode, but Boba Fett made his return to the Star Wars universe, and we see an unmasked Boba Fett in this episode, and he helps Mando in trying to save Grogu, who is being attacked by the Moff Gideon, his character, the character Moff Gideon, and sadly Grogu gets abducted by the Dark Troopers in this episode. But it was so cool to see. First of all, Boba Fett return, see him unmasked, see him act like an absolute badass. We only seen Boba Fett for about 5-10 minutes in the original trilogy of movies, and as much as I enjoy that character, we didn't really see much of him. And sure, we seen Jango Fett, his father, in the prequel movies. But it was just interesting to see that character now after the original trilogy, and to see him just like worn face. It's like this old man who's just a complete warrior, and he's just taking down all the stormtroopers. And then when he puts on the Mandalorian armor, it looks amazing. It looks different than he was in the original trilogy because he's got like this sort of like Jedi robe on, but then he's got the mask and the armor on. He looks amazing, and it looks as though it's going into the last 3 episodes. I don't know how many episodes are left of this series, of this season of Mandalorian, but it looks as though it's getting Bill Burr's character is going to be returning, and we're going to see sort of like an Avengers style team up taking on Moff Gideon in the final few episodes to try and save Grogu and return him to Mando. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be exciting. Last of all today, I want to change things up with the Saturday movie show today. I'm just going to have a quick coffee, guys, because you know the rules. It's black coffee on a Saturday. I'm going to change it up today on the Saturday movie show. I'm going to end the show today for something for the Saturday movie show community, for you out there. I'm going to start a quiz, and this is going to be at the end of every episode now. See how it goes. It's only a short quiz. You don't need a pen and paper. You don't need anything. All you need to do is just answer the questions as you go. So it's a nice interactive quiz. And let me know if you want. Put in your answers at the bottom, even if you got the wrong answers or the right answers in the comments. And it'd just be cool to see what answers you had for this. So this is the Saturday movie show quiz. So let's hit on with the quiz. I'm the quiz master, and here we go. So it's a 6-question quiz today. Only a short quiz, but it's something to engage you all in the community. So, first of all, question number 1. In the movie Kelly's Heroes that starred Clint Eastwood, who played the role of Sergeant Oddball? Okay. I'll give you all the answers at the very end. So I'll just do that question again. So, in Kelly's Heroes, who played the role of Sergeant Oddball? Question number 2. In Star Wars Return of the Jedi, which year was the movie Star Wars Return of the Jedi released? Let me repeat that one. Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. Sorry, I didn't get my words out here. In Return of the Jedi, which year was that movie released? Question number 3. In the Jaws movie franchise, how many Jaws movies have been released in the Jaws movie franchise? So, how many movies have been released in the Jaws movie franchise? Question number 4. In who directed Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol? And that question again. Who directed Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol? Question number 5. Right, in the movie Drive, which role or which character did Ryan Gosling play? Let's have that again. In the movie Drive, which role or character did Ryan Gosling play? And the final question, question number 6. How many Bond movies did Pierce Brosnan star in? You may have just heard my toilet going off in the background. Now you know what's behind the door. Let's give that question again. How many James Bond movies did Pierce Brosnan star in? Right, let's go through them questions and give you the answers. So, question number 1. In Kelly's Heroes, who played Sergeant Oddball? The answer to that question was Mr. Donald Sutherland. He played Sergeant Oddball. So, if you got that right, give yourself a thumbs up. Next question. Return of the Jedi. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Which year was it released? It was released in 1983. If you got that right, give yourself another thumbs up. Question number 3. How many movies have there been released in the Jaws movie franchise? There have been 4 movies released in the Jaws movie franchise. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got it right. Question number 4. Who directed Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol? Bit of a tricky one, this. I initially thought it was J.J. Abrams, but I was incorrect myself. It was actually Brad Bird, the director of the Incredibles movies. Question number 5. Which role did Ryan Gosling play in the movie Drive? Which character did he play? That character was titled The Driver in the credits of that movie. So Ryan Gosling played the driver. And question number 6, the final question today in today's quiz. How many James Bond movies did Pierce Brosnan star in? And again, it was 4 movies. He starred in GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day. As I said, let me know your answers in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the show and what do you think of HBO Max getting 17 big hitting blockbuster movies for 2021. Do you think it's a good thing, a good move, or do you think it is bad for the world of movies? Let me know your thoughts, and I hope you all have a great Saturday. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and make sure you give this video a like as well if you enjoyed it. Take care.